Hello, everyone. Buongiorno. Good pronunciation? Thank you. Very happy to be here today, and I just want to say very quickly thank you to the organizers and the wonderful volunteers that have made this possible. We owe them a round of applause. Thank you very much. I would like to begin my talk with you today by introducing you to somebody very, very dear to me, and I would like to show you a video for that introduction. So please, I address your attention to the video.
Questa è una bottiglia d'acqua di
كل الناس حلوين في إيطاليا، والله هذيك كأنها الإيطالية جارتنا. الله يوفقك الله يوفقك والله كده حلو.
Yes, that woman you just saw in the video is a character named Khala Mariam. Khala in Arabic means auntie. I know it's Zi in Italian, correct? Yes? Zi Mariam. Yes, Auntie Mariam. A fictional character I play and I created because I love her from my heart and because that is what I do. Yes, I connect with people, I explore lives, and I try to bring these stories alive on stage in Saudi Arabia. I am from Saudi Arabia. I was born in Saudi Arabia. I sound like this because I was raised in California, Santa Monica, which is something I always like, and it's also a big part of me. Yes. So I created Khala Mariam, and I took her live because I perform live in theaters in Saudi Arabia. Now, some of you might find that a bit of a contradiction because there are no public theaters in Saudi Arabia. Yes, that's a fact. But I think because I have been, hopefully, able to explore the frontiers of my own Arab culture, I've been able to perform for over a decade now. Wow, yeah. And I think he mentioned in the introduction, I took my one-woman show called Head Over Heels in Saudi Arabia to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in 2013 and became the first, very proud to be the first performer, but hopefully not the last, to participate in the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. And now I have Khala Mariam, a character I love and I'm working on. She's come alive on stage in Saudi Arabia many times, most recently in 2016, to celebrate the achievements of International Women's Day on the occasion. Yes, very good occasion for her to speak at. Yes, everybody loved her. She was on stage doing her thing with many stories of Saudi women's achievements, and it was a lovely event. Yes, that was Khala Mariam. She's always fun and lovely. Who is Khala Mariam, Zi Mariam, that you saw in the video? Well, she is a widow, a woman born in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. She has 8 children. Wow, yeah. We don't hear that a lot these days. 4 boys, 4 girls. And when her husband died, her eldest was about 9. So he's her favorite, of course, because he's her favorite. She doesn't need to explain that. She is very guilty of favoritism. She's an advocate of education, even though she didn't get that education, because she was busy raising these children. She raised them sewing clothes to the people of Mecca and selling them to the people of Mecca. She's outspoken, like you saw in the video, and she'll go out and talk and explore in all languages, but it's really just one language. You know, she speaks Arabic and uses everything else to try and connect. Yes. And she believes in a frontier culture. She is very committed, and as you saw in the video, she is now here in Rome exploring the frontiers of Pilates because she is an explorer. Yes, she's committed to it. So what is a frontier culture? Well, when we say a frontier culture, I think it means that we want to establish a relationship and connect with the part of the culture that is comfortable for us. It is absolutely important and imperative to connect with the inhabitants of that culture, yes. So, like Khala Mariam in the video, as you saw, we might enjoy the lovely pasta, yes, but it might be just better to meet the person who's made that pasta and give them a hug, yeah? So that is what I think frontier culture is. Now, how is frontier culture different from global culture? Well, what I can say is that when we read about global culture, terminology comes up such as sameness, or integration, or transmission of values. And many people that write about global culture have asked, okay, we're integrated, we're interacting, but is there some fragmentation, they question? Where's the harmony, they say? Well, I say the harmony is in exploration, is in connection, yes. A frontier culture forces us to look beyond what we have been taught to understand as a global culture. So we want to connect more. We want to connect with the inhabitants, which is most important. And when we want to explore, because exploration will create harmony. And that's what we have. Khala Mariam is an explorer. Yes, she has come to Rome, as you've seen, to explore the frontiers of Pilates, because many in Saudi Arabia have told her that she needs knee surgery, and her son obeyed her wish to try and find something alternative. So Pilates is the frontier she's exploring now. But there's a deeper connection for Khala Mariam. Yes, to her, Italy is connected to her neighbor that she had for many years. As you saw in the video, she thinks everybody in Italy looks like her. Yes, but she talks of this neighbor and how great this neighbor was, Khala Mariam, in her story that will follow and continue. And as you saw in the video, she's searching for panettone. Yes, we'll come to that in a minute. Now, Khala Mariam's connection to the neighbor is actually based on a true story, because I try to keep truth in my stories that I create and the characters that I create. We actually had a neighbor years ago that was Italian, and she was very close to my grandma. So when I'm exploring this story, I communicated with my mom, and I said, so what was she like? She said, oh, well, she was a very nice woman, and, you know, we befriended her for 30 years. Your grandma was close to her, because my grandma also spoke Italian, and she also made dresses, and this woman was a dressmaker. So she was known to be like the Valentino of Saudi Arabia. Everybody knew where to go to get the best clothes in Saudi. And my mom told me that my grandma had her made the clothes for my uncle's wedding, and they connected. And she said, but that's not the only thing. She was very, very fun. She came to all the gatherings, belly danced, joined in everything. They had such a great relationship. And my mom said, even at times of sadness, she was there. My grandfather died, she was there. So I continued one step further and I called someone else, tried to find more about this woman so I can give this story to Khala Mariam and carry it through. So I asked another neighbor of ours, I said, do you remember our Italian neighbor? She said, yes, of course, she used to bring panettone. Panettone, see? Yeah, panettone. She used to bring panettone from Italy every time she went. I remember that. I didn't know what panettone was. Like, what? Huh? And she's like, it's a bread. And so, of course, I did my homework. And I followed it through. And I did my research, and that's why you see in the video, Khala Mariam is looking for panettone. Because to her, that is connected to her dear lifelong friend and neighbor. So, yes, she will keep searching for the panettone. Yes, she will find it. Not now in Italy, because it's not available now, because it's Easter. She found that out as the story develops, and that's how I like for my stories to develop. But she will find it, because her son makes a call through the embassy to the Italian consulate in the embassy in Jeddah, and she has a couple of panettones left. So she'll give it to Khala Mariam, and the story will continue for Khala Mariam, and Khala Mariam will continue. So, in 2037, what will happen? Who knows? But I know Khala Mariam will continue. Insha'Allah, God willing, she will continue to perform on stage many, many times, yes. That's what I hope will happen in 2037. And it is hopeful because the government of Saudi Arabia recently, last year, introduced the General Authority on Entertainment, hopefully to navigate the frontiers of our culture and bring entertainment alive. Yes. And in 2037, the search in Khala Mariam's family for panettone will continue because it's connected to a deep love, a deep memory of a great Italian woman that did not fear to explore the frontiers of Arabia and embodied the frontiers of Italian culture. So if we are committed to explore the frontiers of all cultures and search for the most advanced elements that embody that culture, we will have harmony. Thank you for listening. Grazie. Arrivederci.